going on, guys? Lawson here. This afternoon, heading out. It's about 4:30. We're going to be targeting some jack and snook. Primarily, you're going to be fishing for snook underneath docks and mangroves and structure. And what lures I'm going to be targeting there, kind of like swim baits, twitch baits, and stuff I'll fish off the bottom, like artificial shrimps. And we're going to see if we can't find some nice sized snook to pull off these docks and mangrove lines. Check it out. So I want to talk a little bit how I'm throwing this artificial shrimp right here. And what I'm throwing, it's a Savage Gear shrimp. And you see, it's you can hook it, rig it weedless. Right now I don't, because I'm just not worried about getting caught up too bad. But it swims pretty cool because you work it similar to most shrimp. At least that's how I'm doing it, is where I'm throwing it out, letting it sink to the bottom, and then you just slowly bounce it off the bottom like that. And that vibration off the bottom will attract fish. But what's cool how they designed this, you can see that it has a little paddle tail almost to it also, where, you know, if you see a jack or something swimming, you can actually throw this and it swims pretty well in a straight motion like that, where the tail flicks up and down. And so you can throw it like a swim bait too if you're seeing a fish that you want, that's going to hit a chasing lure, you know, like a jack or a bluefish. And it has a jointed tail in it as well, which is pretty awesome because it gives it that just extra mobility. Alright, so that's kind of some of the features of the shrimp right there. You know, the jointed tail, the long antennas, the weedless capability. But so I'm going to show you where I'm targeting it now, though. I'm looking for pockets and just shaded areas along the mangrove line and dock lines, and I'm letting it sink for about 3 seconds to make sure it's touching bottom, and then it's just a slight reel. I twitch it and tighten down, and I'm making sure this thing's making contact with the bottom on each revolution of the reel, essentially. So I'll twitch it off, let it sink all the way back down, tighten down, and it's a light twitch again. And you're going to repeat that all the way till back to the boat, well, at least till you get to a certain point where you can't really touch the bottom anymore on the boat. Or I'll just, when I get closer to the boat, I'll open up the bail and let it fall back down in case there's anything chasing it. And then I'll pop it right back up, and just you repeat that process. It's a slow-moving bait, but shrimp aren't a fast-moving animal, you know. They crawl really slowly on the bottom. And so that's what we're trying to emulate here. It's just a shrimp really slowly, you know, bouncing across the bottom, searching for food. Holy, what the heck is going on? There's about 500 catfish underneath my boat right now. Like, look at that. That's a big gaff top, too. What the heck is going on? There's a school of about, I saw at least 100 sitting underneath the boat. He picked up that Savage Gear shrimp. That was cool. That was so weird. I literally just, I looked down. That's a big gaff top too. Look at that thing. This will definitely be up there in the biggest gaff tops I've caught. And on the artificial too. That is sick. This is weird. Put a hurting on this light tackle. These things, I mean, a lot of people don't like catching catfish. The one thing about them I don't like is just the spines, but I mean, listen to that thing scream drag. They're great, terrific fighters, especially when they get up around this big size right here. I mean, this is a catfish big enough that I can lip them. I'm gonna reach in and try to pull them out. What the heck? Look at that thing. What is this? Alright. 8-pound catfish right there. What I'm gonna do real quick, I'm gonna open my bail up first. I'm gonna set my other camera up on the tripod so I can show this thing. Alright, we got just a monster Gaftopsail Catfish right here on the savage shrimp. Hang right out of his mouth, and there's a whole school of them sitting underneath the boat for some reason. I don't know why, but I'll unhook this bad boy. I'm gonna take a picture, then let him go and release him, see if I can't get another one around this side. Wash my hands from that catfish, but now I gotta scrub off the boat so I don't slip on it and eat it into the water. I can't believe the size of that Gaftop. That was so weird. Alright, I got some good light right now and the bite's kind of slow, so I'm going to talk a little bit about what I'm throwing today. Lure-wise, today I was using the Savage Gear Shrimp. That's that bad boy right there. And I have it rigged up with 20-pound Seaguar fluorocarbon, some pretty light leader tied with a uni-to-uni knot connection. And this rod I'm using, it's a 6'9" Wright McGill Blair Wiggins Signature Series. Decent rod, I like it. And I have it rigged on a 1,000 size Shimano Stratic reel. And the Stratic reels are my absolute favorite reels for the most part, for the whole part. And my braid right here is only a 10-pound test. This is my micro finesse fishing that I use for fishing around docks, fishing these artificial shrimps. And this super light gear really helps you make accurate casts, and you really can feel every single bite when you're fishing underneath a dock and feel whether, you know, you're wrapped around a piling or whether you're on an oyster or whatever, and it lets you really feel the bite much better. So that's what we're throwing, and that's the setup we're using today. Alright, on my way in, ending the day. Not a super eventful day, but it was cool catching that big giant catfish on the artificial shrimp. And it was pretty cool testing out that Savage Gear shrimp. I've never thrown them before. They worked pretty well. Had a lot of hits on them, but didn't get a ton of hookups. But maybe next time we'll hook into a few more fish and maybe some nice snook or something like that. But until now, hope you guys enjoy the video. Catch you next week. Peace.